30 racks of PBR. That's for you.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
they're just being a bunch of bitches.
Fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
What's going on? Is he pulling out his dick?
Yeah, it does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live, on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. Today we're gonna chat quite a bit about some new releases. Quite a few of these I'm very excited about, and I know Ryan's excited about some of them. We were just talking about a few of these. We've got little debate going on later, and our tracks of the week. Ryan, what have you been listening to?
Well, I mean, I've kind of been just kicking with the same stuff. I've been working on a new playlist on my personal Spotify account with some stuff that we were talking about a little bit last week, such as like psychedelic porn crumpets, Viagra boys,
Sports.
some shit like that. Yeah, just some chill new punk.
Hell yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of that stuff, but it is officially October, and
It is spooky season. Get excited.
yeah, it is
I
spooky
am.
season. The leaves are changing here. They're starting to
Right.
fall. They're covering my whole entire yard, which is going to be great to clean up later this week. But
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I've just been feeling the spooky season.
Yeah.
We started watching the new series Monster on Netflix,
Is
which
that
is about
that
the
Ed Gein? Ed Gain?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Ed Gein. Yep.
Geen? Oh, excuse me.
Yep. We've been watching that, and that's been pretty good, feeding into the spooky season. So
Hell
my
yeah.
track of the week this week is "In the Arms of Perdition" by Despised Icon.
Probably the only song I can list by name by Despised Icon. Great track.
It is my favorite. Um, it's been my favorite for quite some time.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it is off of their album "The Ills of Modern Man," which came out in 2007. So I was in high school when this came out, and it just rips. This whole album rips.
Yeah.
But this band specifically rips. They are I'd say the most um straightforward example of deathcore that there is. It's like a perfect mix between death metal and hardcore.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they got the two vocalists. One of them, he's like straight pig squealing, bringing in
Right.
that death metal vibe, and then you got the other guy who's just ripping some nice hardcore vocals. They throw in some blast beats. They throw in a lot of two-step beats, some
Right.
hardcore breakdowns and
Yeah.
stuff.
A
So
little
they're
bit of
just
something for
fucking
everybody. Right.
exactly.
Beautiful. Love it.
How about you, man?
Uh
It's spooky season.
It is
So what do
spooky
you got?
season. Well, just for everyone's awareness, I'm an October baby, so this month is my month. It's the month of Tyler, so whatever I say is right every recording that we have this month, all right? And then every other recording is wrong. I'm wrong. But this is my month. But this week I was very excited to see, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, AFI's new track. I did also catch, I sent you a text about it the other day. I don't know if you caught it, but the guys with Hard Lore podcast did an interview, like an extended interview at some studio in California, Brainhead, I think. Um, they did, it's like a 3-hour interview with Davey Havoc, and he talks about the entire history from formation to now. So I got quite a bit into that. But this week I chose one of the tracks off the new album, Marguerite, on Silver Bleeds the Black Sun. Had to do a little digging throughout the album to pick one. I didn't want to just do like the singles that have been released. We've had 4 to pick
For
from, and I
sure.
almost picked Holy Visions, but I'm like, that's too easy. Let me find something
Yeah.
else that's good. And Marguerite, like,
Find a deep cut.
you know what I mean? It just the best way I can describe it, and I've been describing all of the singles up until this point as like that 80s synth, Depeche Mode, goth, rock, sort of feeling. And the whole album just has that vibe. And this one I felt was the most true to that sound, besides Holy Vision. You can tell the guitar layering that Jade does in the album. Davies just bravado to the vocals. It just all comes together perfectly. So, and it's not too long of a song. You're not sitting there, waiting for 12 minutes for the breakdown or anything. It's just perfectly crafted, and I'm so in love with this album. It's all I've been listening to this week. So if you haven't checked it out, just released AFI's Silver Bleeds the Black Sun.
Yeah, dude, I was pretty stoked about this release this past week. I knew going into it that it wasn't going to be my favorite.
Right,
Um so I would say I'm excited. I was excited out of curiosity, but not out of knowing that I was going to be listening to this a ton.
right.
Um, but I did give it a once over, unfortunately. So I listened to music in a couple different ways. The
Yep.
main way that gets the most attention out of me is in the car. That's when the music has pretty much the most undivided attention,
Right.
because there's not really much going on
Yeah.
other than that. I mean, besides driving, which I'm pretty used to by now. So, uh, and then I'll listen to music at work over the speakers,
Right.
which is less about new music and more about just re-listening to music that
Yeah. Stuff that
I
makes you
know.
comfy so you can focus on your job. You know what
Right.
I mean? Right.
Right. And then the other way is I'll throw some music on a speaker in my house while I'm like doing chores, washing dishes,
Mm.
putting stuff away.
Right.
And that I get really easily distracted. So, and unfortunately, when this came out, that was what I did. I was doing some dishes, I was cleaning
Right.
up. I threw that album on. I didn't give it the undivided attention that I think it deserved. So I got to go back and listen to it again. But um, we've talked about it in the past. It's not my
Yeah.
favorite style of
That's fine.
AFI, but
I did
I do
try the other
appreciate it.
day to get you to fall in love a little bit more with newer AFI by bringing over the Blood album, and
Yep.
it hardly phased you. So I just don't think it's gonna be in your alley. You know what I mean? It's not gonna stay on your shelf, and that's fine. It's all right. I'll listen to it twice for both of us. So
Yeah.
that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you came over, you brought that record, we threw it on, and, we're drinking and talking and shooting the shit and
Exactly.
laughing. So
Right.
that also didn't get the undivided attention that it probably deserved
It's
from
fair.
me.
I'd
So
already listened to
I'll
it
give it a try.
100 times already, so I didn't need that moment, but I wanted to share that. That's all right. I'm not
I mean,
heartbroken at all. It's all right.
I don't know if you noticed, but hands were a tapping, my feet was
I
a
did.
kicking.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was getting into it.
Hell yeah.
Just not as closely as I probably should have.
That's fine.
But I didn't want to be rude, dude. You were my guest. I couldn't ignore you.
Thank you, sir. You were very gracious.
um, well, hell yeah. Uh, October is perfect AFI season,
Yeah,
regardless of the album.
exactly.
So, well, we got plenty of scene and industry news this week.
Yes.
Um, I'm excited about quite a bit of it. I know you're excited about quite a bit of it. So
Oh yeah.
today we will be doing a little bit of taking turns back and forth, talking about some of the things that we've been into. First up on my list is the song Instrument of War by Paleface Swiss featuring Stick to Your Guns. This song is awesome. I am a big fan of both bands. Stick to Your Guns was a hardcore metalcore band that I was into in high school. Their most recent album that came out, I was a giant fan of. They took a giant step forward in their writing ability for that most recent album. And Paleface Swiss just fucking rips. They're in your face.
Yeah.
I've heard people online refer to them as like the European version of Slipknot, and
I don't know
the
if I
more
agree
that
with
you
that.
listen, I think you should give it a listen again.
Okay.
Not specifically this song, but like listen to some of their top songs, and you'll see the correlation.
Okay.
I mean, you got a lot of those like he's got more of like a rasp, not necessarily like a scream, similar to Corey Taylor.
Right.
Um, a lot of fast paced, almost like rappy style vocals.
Uh-huh.
The music is just like fast and thrashy and in your face. So
Okay.
like I see the comparison. Um, but this song was really good. I was gonna be I was surprised because I was like, this is a Paleface Swiss song. I feel like I'm gonna love it when Stick to Your Guns comes in, and I do, but the Paleface Swiss side of things was more interesting than the
Okay.
Stick to Your Guns side of things.
Interesting take. Hell
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I'd go check this song out. Um, the next track I have for you is a song called Death Walk by a band called Exit Wounds. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it is featuring Left to Suffer,
Okay.
which I don't know who Exit Wounds are. Obviously, we talked about Left to Suffer in the past. This song is a banger. It is in your face from start to finish. So I was super happy about this. It just popped up on my Spotify. I was like, let's give it a listen.
Right.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
Hell yeah.
This will be going on a playlist of mine for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I caught a little bit of the song. Didn't get
Yeah,
too
man.
deep into it on both of them, Instrument or War. I've listened to it a few times already now, and I'm a pretty big fan of it. I think the only time
Mhm.
I've gotten into Paleface though was it the album this year? Cursed.
Yeah.
I think there's one. Must have been something earlier.
I
Um,
can't remember what who the band is, but the song Left in the Dark.
by Paleface.
Yeah, it's featuring it might be Left to Suffer, to be honest with you. Um, now I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Exactly.
Paleface Swiss. Lost in the Dark, sorry, with
Yeah.
Left to Suffer.
Okay.
That came out in 2024. That is probably one of my favorite songs by them.
Hell yeah.
It goes so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have to check.
Cursed was good. I mean, Fear and Dagger, their album from 2022, is amazing as well. I'm just a giant fan of this band.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah, dude. We got
Uh,
a
yeah.
new track for you, Tyler.
We do, yeah. This one, which I was just told about this morning, having a video to it. The track is "Eyes" by The Devil Wears Prada. Um, it's really sticking to their new sound. There's enough balance between Jeremy and Mikey. They've got that classic. Jeremy comes in, holds a note for a second to start the breakdown. You know what I mean? Then Mikey comes in. There's a couple of weird, how do I describe this? Like time changes. That's the best way I can think of it in my mind. But when they go into that eyes part, like I don't know, it's like it's slow and then there's like three or four notes. It's like dunna give me and then they say the give me ice part and it throws me off every time. I don't understand how they did it, but it's magical. Um and the music video, I was just talking about it this morning, reminds me of when they dropped Sailor's Prayer on Dead Throne. They did the Kermit fucking Pac-Man mouth, Muppets, and just did a whole story about a sailor who had been off to sea, was saying bye to his sweetie and then comes back and turns out. Actually, no, I'm not gonna ruin it for everybody. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it is a little heartbreaking and it really makes you feel. So check out the video to Eyes, check out the video to Sailor's Prayer, and just check out this new song. Enjoy it, love it, because there's gonna be that new album pretty soon, and I'm not gonna shut up about it until then, and probably a little bit after that. So
Right. Yeah, the I saw this when it came out on Friday, I believe, and saw the little clip that they had posted from the music video.
right.
So I didn't watch the whole video. But yeah, like claymation vibes. It looked like
Hmm.
they were like, not to give the whole thing away, but it looks like they're in like a maze
Yeah, like a
of
hedge
some
maze.
sort.
Hmm.
Yeah, hedge maze, just like running around. It's pretty comical and gory at the same time, and it's awesome.
Yeah, took me by surprise. I figured some of the extra puppets that they had in there, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a thriller, like, they're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger, and it was just great all around. So great
Yeah,
storytelling in that video.
I gotta check out the whole video for
Hell yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but it's a
Um,
very good
yeah,
track.
I'm excited for this new album to come out. What do we got? What did we say? Is it
I think
November
November
14th or something like that?
14th is
Yeah,
what we're looking at. Flowers is the name of the album.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. There's a bunch of albums dropping between now and then that I'm super excited about. I know we got a lot of heavier releases coming out on Halloween, so
Hmm.
that'll be a fun week.
Oh yeah.
Um, we'll have to start brainstorming now, Tyler. We're gonna have to do something fun for
For Halloween.
the holiday. Yeah.
Okay. I'm about it.
Uh, Not to give anything away to our two or three listeners right now.
Right.
Um, moving on. This was a little bit of surprise. Wasn't expecting this. We got a new song called Helheim by Mental Cruelty featuring Signs of the Swarm.
Nice.
I didn't know who Mental Cruelty was. This came up on my list because of the Signs of the Swarm feature. And I did a little bit of digging on Mental Cruelty a little bit. It looks like they are a German deathcore band. And they have a lot of like, I don't know how to put it, like a lot of like Nordic, like s- I don't know, sounds,
Uh-huh.
um kind of reminds me of like some Game of Thrones shit,
Okay.
going on in some of their other tracks. So this song was pretty cool, pretty heavy. You can definitely tell when Signs of the Swarm hop in, and it's just so good.
Hell
I
yeah.
love them so much. Their vocals are awesome.
Yeah, I'll catch them so often on my playlists. I'm not going out on my way listening to them, but I think I should. Any song that's come on, I'm like, oh fuck, this is that one band. I need to put them
Yeah,
in
dude.
rotation a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll label it the same way that this is my word of the day. They rip.
Fuck yeah.
Rip it. Ripping, dude.
Ripping and flipping, dude.
Uh One song that doesn't necessarily rip, but is still heavy in its own right
Hmm.
is the new Lamb of God track, Sepsis. This one's a little bit of a slow burner,
It
a little
definitely
more
is, yeah.
on the sludgier side,
Right.
and I've never seen Lamb of God like this. Like they're
Yeah, they've always been
pretty
in your face, like heavy, fast,
thrashy.
just
Yep,
start it at 100% and don't stop until the song's over. This, I'm listening
yep.
to it right now. Like it's
Oh yeah,
it's weird. I expect,
it's
I've
weird for
seen Lamb of
them
God
for
a couple
sure.
times, and like Randy's always got so much energy jumping around on stage, just belting his heart out. Like this one, I'm sure he can still belt on, and it doesn't really speed up. I just got a couple minutes into the track and it just finally sped up a little bit, but I can't imagine they're gonna hold that the whole time.
Yeah,
Um it's a great song.
it is really good.
They got any plans
I,
for new albums soon?
I'm not super sure, man. Because I know they put out that song with Um, who was all on that? There was Matt Honeycutt from Kubicon was on that. Um, I think one of the dudes from Despise Icon was on it. What is that fucking track called? It was off of the anniversary of Ashes of the Wake, I believe.
Okay. I
Um,
don't remember. Uh,
Come on,
oh, there we
bro, you're
go.
supposed to be here for me
I know.
in times like these. The song is "Another Nail for Your
Oh, okay.
Coffin."
I
It
literally
was
just found it. One.
featuring. It was not featuring Despise Icon. It was featuring Malevolence, the
Oh,
band that
okay.
we were supposed to go see at Summer Slaughter that we
Yes.
missed out
Yeah,
on.
that weren't there, right?
Yep, and I believe so that came out. It actually came out last year. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
We had, oh yeah, Floods of Trident come out. Their feature with
Mastodon.
Mastodon. We saw Lamb of God at the final Black Sabbath show, and then we got the official release of their Children of the Grave cover,
Yep.
which is still a banger. And you know what, that coming out and us hearing semi clean vocals for the first time from Randy, I
Yeah.
kind of feel like it might have changed him a little bit, and that's
I
why
think so.
we're getting a little weird with things.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
But there is no evidence that says that they're working on a new album.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the last
It's
one we
just a
got
single.
was 2022 with Omens, which
Yep.
fucking just hits me with not necessarily a wave of nostalgia, but like some sort of brain blast moment. The last time I got to see Lamb of God was 3 years ago because I remember Randy talking about we got a brand new album coming out soon, blah blah blah, and here we are 3 years later. Time does fly, doesn't it?
Right. Well, one of my fondest memories of Lamb of God is when I was in high school,
Hmm.
cruising around with my buddies in the car, and we would always throw on the live album Philadelphia
Oh yeah,
and just be screaming our hearts out, dude.
right.
That shit just rips so hard.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, go check this song out. It's good. Moving on, we got I don't want to call it an EP, but we got a couple singles dropped by Newfound Glory pop punk band. Um, and these guys they've always put out super solid stuff. I feel like they're like in the S tier of pop punk bands,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion. But we got two songs came out. Laugh It Off is the first track, and then 100% is the second track. These are the first two singles being released for their new and upcoming album, Listen Up. I'm not sure when that album is coming out, but I listened to these two songs a couple times over the weekend, and they hold up pretty much just as good as anything else that they've put out.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to hear some new stuff. I did a little bit of digging into the history of Newfound Glory a couple weeks ago when we were kind of talking about. I feel like we talked about Shai Hulud,
Yeah.
um, when they re-released their first EP. So I did a little bit of digging, and it's just like it's bands like that give you examples of how well hardcore and metal and pop punk and just all alternative music links up together pretty well
Right.
because we're all just a big scene of alternative music people spread out into different categories, and sometimes you just want to branch outside of your category and
Yeah.
you
Just kind
know
of vibe,
put
you
your
know.
mark on something else. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'd go check that out and look forward to us covering more news on the new album. Uh, Weirdly, that we've had a lot of releases from old bands that I listened to in my high school days
Right.
recently, and here's another one. We got a new song drop by Alexis on Fire. Uh, the song's called "Fully Completely." I didn't know that these guys were back together.
Yeah. Me neither. That's crazy.
Uh, I, to be honest with you, I didn't really follow these guys a ton. Um, they they had some good stuff back in the day, but I was more into their guitarist Dallas's. Or am I saying that right? His name is Dallas, right? Dallas Green, I think. Either way, he's got his own solo project called City and Color, which is more of a
Okay.
um, acoustic project. He's just got a beautiful voice,
Yeah,
so I was a big
Dallas
fan of.
Green. Yes,
Yeah, yep.
confirmed.
So go check that out. But I did listen to the 2004 album by Alexis on Fire, Watch Out. I also listened to the 2006 album, Crisis, and they're good. Looking into this, it does look like Alexis on Fire must have gotten back together shortly after COVID, because they do have a couple releases since 2020.
Yeah, they had an album 2022, quite a
Yep,
few singles.
live album.
2019, several live albums. Yeah, some singles. 2012 to 2016 was the largest gap I feel.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I mean, this song, it's not my cup of tea, but
It's all right.
if you're into that
Not
band,
everything is for everybody. That's cool. Check them out though. We're here to talk to you
it's
about
not.
it.
You do not have to like everything, and I certainly don't like everything that we talk about here, but I'm here to give you the news on all things punk and alternative,
Right.
and mostly metal, as we've figured out.
Yeah.
Speaking of metal,
Right.
we got a new track off the final album by Megadeth called "Tipping Point."
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to listen to this track,
I
Tyler?
did, and oh my god, does it sound exactly like what Megadeth has put out for what 40 odd years? It's not bad. Honestly, if we're talking Big Four right now, like Megadeth sits at the top of that list for me. Um, followed by Slayer, followed by Anthrax, followed by Metallica. They're gonna sit right down here. And
All
in no
right,
way,
all right.
shape, or form is that Rob Trujillo's fault. He's doing the best he can. It's because Lars and James are too stuck up each other's asses. That's why.
Yeah, there are a
Um,
couple jokers.
you know what I mean? But yeah, I did get to listen to it a couple of times, and it just sounds like Megadeth. That's the best way I can describe
Yeah,
it. They have a
it's
sound,
fine.
they stick to it. Fucking Dave's like 80 years old. He probably
Yep,
hates new things and doesn't want to change whatever he can. He's got enough money to pay his band to do what he wants them to do. And that's about it. Whether that's a good or a bad
yep.
thing, I don't know. But if you like Megadeth and you like what Megadeth has done for since the ancient times, here it is. Here's another one. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pretty much just ditto what you just said. I mean, it does. It sounds like a Megadeth song, but the crappier part is that it just sounds like we've talked about it in the past. Like Dave's old, he can't play nearly as fast as he used to.
Right.
Um, so it's just kind of like a half speed, dulled down version of a Megadeth song.
You know.
But I did enjoy the track. It hits pretty good. I would rather listen to older stuff, but if this came up on a
Right.
playlist, I would bang my head to it for sure.
That's what I'm saying. If it shows up, cool. I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for it again. Probably until the record comes out, and then I'd like to give that a full listen.
Yeah.
And then as well as if I ever get a chance to see them on their final tour, tickets are probably gonna be an insane amount of money, to be honest, because it's gonna be their final tour. But
Yeah.
if I can get there, cool. I'll report to you
I
live.
don't know. I
But
don't know if I don't know if these older bands going on final tours is really doing it anymore because like there's been so many like supposed retirement tours that have resulted in the bands getting back together eventually and
Right.
like going back on more tours and shit. Um, Dave Mustaine is a crotchety old man, so if
Yeah.
anything, I might take his word over other people, but I don't know. I don't know. There's a market for everything, so it probably will be expensive. It'll
Right.
probably be huge. I wonder, has the tour been released yet, or he just said that they'll
I
be
think
going
they
on tour?
just announced it, but didn't put down any sort of specific dates.
Okay.
But I can look that up.
Well, I'm just
Global
wondering.
plans in. It said they will be announced later this year.
Okay, so they don't have specifics.
Yeah, they don't have specifics, but it. Yeah, let me go on their website.
All right. Well, what do you think? If there's, well, let's just assume there's going to be a Chicago and a Detroit day. Where are they playing?
Are they playing in Chicago? Some big arena.
There's a lot more options.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more options in Chicago, but
Honestly, I don't know many of the like arenas in Chicago. Like maybe.
I mean, you got United Center, which is a
Okay,
big one. Um, there's been a lot of shows at Wrigley and Soldier Field
right.
as of
It would be my guess on
recent
either one of
years.
those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, but I mean, there's a lot of big places. I mean, they could go to Tinley Park
The
to the
amphitheater.
amphitheater.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's fair.
What about Detroit? You think another one of them arenas? You think it's like Ford Field or like something like that?
I don't think they're gonna play at the Little Caesars Arena. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I
I'm
don't know.
just
I want to
wondering,
say Masonic, like they might show up there. It's a pretty decent sized venue, but you're only selling what, maybe 500 tickets, 600 tickets for that. And with a
is that
farewell
the
tour like this, they're gonna
capacity?
need. I don't know the exact capacity, but just in my head, like remembering. Well, no, I feel like the Masonic is bigger, and they've got like seats and stuff. They could probably take those out.
I
They
mean,
probably got like 1,000 people in there, 1,200 maybe with the balcony.
well, so let's just say when Metallica went on tour, might have been last year, maybe 2 years ago, and they played
Yeah,
at Ford Field. Um, Ford Field's capacity is 65,000 people. So I feel like if
that might.
Metallica can pull in 65,000, I
Yeah,
feel like Megadeth's got to be able to pull in at least half of that.
yeah. I was gonna say like 30, 40, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Definitely like to
see.
see them there.
Little Caesars arena capacity is that might be it. It says a concert capacity of over 20,000.
Okay,
So it might be a Little Caesars arena kind of thing.
okay, that's cool. It's not a bad venue. It's all right. I saw the Gorillas there
That's pretty
4
sick.
years ago. It was actually really sick. I was happy about that. They should be
I've never been.
touring again soon. It's it's your classic indoor kind of arena, you know.
Yeah.
Not as large. So
Yeah.
it's I'll say intimate enough, like you're bumping shoulders with people. The seats are literally just enough to fit somebody, honestly, somebody of your size. Like I feel like you'll be a little uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable and I'm a skinny mini dude, like so but the
All
way they
right.
had it was they're probably gonna cut out a whole, not quarter, but about a third, I would say, because when they set up the stage on the boards on the floor, that whole back section gets cut off. Just think of it as like
I don't
a
know.
like an oval.
I don't know, man, because this is currently showing so like for Little Caesars Arena and United Center, both basketball hosting arenas.
Hmm.
The numbers for concerts at both of those are higher than for basketball or hockey.
Oh,
So, and both of those seat completely around the stadium. So, I'm not sure. I
you got to
mean, you
consider
got to
pit.
account for standing. Yeah,
Yeah,
standing room.
yeah.
That could be a difference for sure. Dude, when Blink 182 went on their reunion tour with fucking Turnstile.
Uh-huh.
When Tom rejoined the band.
That's the craziest
Um,
pairing that I've ever heard of, by the way.
I was so pissed off, dude. I wanted to go to that show so bad. My
Okay.
my brother went to the show and said it was awesome,
Mm-hmm.
but tickets were just way too damn expensive,
Yeah.
dude. Um, but they played at United Center, and they had the same kind of thing where they caught out the back, like behind the stage section,
Right.
as the obviously tickets fucking flew off the shelf
Oh, I'm
and were
sure.
sold out almost immediately. So they ended up adding more sections close like to the sides of the stage to the point
Okay.
where like the cheapest tickets were literally behind the stage.
That's crazy.
Like I think that's fucked up that they're
No,
even
I
selling
wouldn't.
tickets to that shit.
Exactly. I get why they do it. They need to make money and, demand
Hmm.
dictates market and everything, but if
Yeah,
I
I mean,
saw
if people are
tickets
willing
like
to pay
that,
for it,
no. If you paid for a ticket to be behind the stage, you're a fucking idiot. Go
dude,
fuck yourself.
and that was the thing. I wanted to go to Blink 182 and Turnstile so bad. I debated it, but literally they were over $100 a ticket to be behind the stage. I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
fuck
I'm all
off.
right. We're good. That's fine.
um,
Ugh. We do have
but yeah,
yeah, before we get
moving
too
on.
far off track, we found our tipping point. It is Ace of Spades by Pennywise. I was trying to do a little research and find like this well, it's upcoming, so I've only
Yeah,
found two songs that have been released right now. One has The Damned and
yeah,
Motorhead attached to it. Um,
yeah,
neat, neat, neat. And then there's this one, Ace of Spades by Pennywise. I am
yeah.
so looking forward to whatever Rancid does because I just love those
Yeah,
guys so
well,
much.
to fill you guys in, so there's a new album coming out. I don't remember exactly who put this together. I think it was a record label, but there's a new compilation album coming out called "Killed by Death," a punk tribute to Motorhead. This album is obviously featuring Pennywise and the Damned, but it's also featuring Rancid, Lagwagon, The Bronx, Fear, and more old school punk bands.
I just realized that
So
Fear's
this,
gonna be on there, dude. Little beef
yeah,
baloney. Let's
dude,
go.
it's gonna be sick.
Hell yeah. I've wanted to play those guys. I wanted to play like a Fear playlist at work so bad for so long. There's no way in hell anyone's gonna enjoy that. I can't, and it breaks my heart.
Nope. Yeah, way too explicit for
Yeah, a little bit. Right.
even if you took all of the swear words out, just his voice is just like aggressive. Like it's
Exactly.
like scares people, which is what
Right.
I love about it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll save it for like 8 p.m. after, dude. It's like real bar hours. Like, get your fucking kids out of here. We're playing some good
Yep.
music. You know what I mean? We
Dude,
should do a
once
punk night at the bar. I think that'd be sick.
yeah,
Watch them
dude,
destroy everything.
after dinner service is over, it's all fair game, dude. Go for it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm excited for this. The Ace of Spades cover by Pennywise is killer.
Yeah. I've
I haven't
listened to it several times at this point. Seeing it on this list, I don't remember exactly when you put it on, but when I saw it, I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta check this out!" And it's great. It captures the essence of Motorhead perfectly. I really think Pennywise was the best choice
yeah,
to have cover that song. So check it
yeah.
out, y'all.
Yeah, I had to like do a deep dive into this. I had to do some research and like make sure that this was legit because it like
Right.
popped up on my new releases
Yep.
list and I was like,
What?
I don't know if this actually just got released. Then I
Right.
started doing that little bit of investigative work and realized that this new compilation album was coming out and I was like super stoked for it.
Hell yeah. The next
Um,
release we got up on this list, I'm taking over for as well. Uh, in no way, shape, or form Ryan's choice to give this one to me, but it's by the band Gore, not to be confused with Gore, but this is Gore, period. They're a little bit of a newer band. They've been out for a couple years, fronted by this chick. I have their whole origin. Haley Roughton. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yep.
From Texas.
Yep.
There's the guitarist Alex and bassist Devin. We got to see them at Summer Slaughter earlier this year, and I think we talked about this last week, but
Yep.
didn't wasn't expecting it, but was pleasantly surprised. They've got a new album called "If You Do Not Fear Me." Dot dot dot. It is it's a solid fucking album. Haley should be in a new Big Four, christened by yours truly. That's including Amy Lee, Courtney LaPlante, Poppy, and now Haley from Gore. One of my favorite tracks on the album, Sepsis, we'd heard earlier. Wrath is the song that I'm really into right now. Um, the album just gives you a good balance of like ethereal and soft, but then Alex and Devin come in with some heavy fucking chugging riffs. Like this is the riff report, and that's what I'm reporting on right now. Is these goddamn riffs? They're solid. They rip, dude. And then Haley kind of not necessarily calms things down because she's providing the fucking screams and growls and everything, and she's got some pipes, I'll say, on her
She does
for
got some
sure.
pipes.
So yeah, definitely check this out. Like I said, we've had quite a few of the tracks on it, and it's a shorter, at least what I'm listening to. There's what, 4 songs on it, 5 songs. Not too long of an album, but still just as solid.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the album. I have listened to a lot of the teasers that
Yep.
she and the band have posted on Instagram. And she does a lot of like vocal, I don't want to say covers because they're her own songs, but
Right.
some kind of like once through um on the vocals. And yeah, dude, she's got an awesome voice.
Hmm.
Her screams are like she's pretty talented in that
Right.
aspect. Um, and she can sing really well too. So
Right. Well, just keep this in mind too. I was looking through some of their like tour dates for the rest of the year and what they've done like in the past. They've only been a band for 2 years and they've already got a full like tour out in Europe right now. So let that be a testament to what they're capable of and what they're going to be
yeah,
capable of in the future with some record label money, a little bit bigger following. Like they're going to be honestly, I have high hopes for this band and I'm absolutely excited to see what they have coming up in the future. So definitely check them out.
for sure.
Gore dot.
Not to shit on them or that they or saying that like their music's not good by any way,
Mm-hmm.
but they do a really good job of marketing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of helps expand the
Expand.
reach a little more.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, they're solid, young, talented band. That, like you said, I think they'll end up blowing up pretty a lot bigger than they are now. Moving on back to what I was saying about all of these bands from my high school years releasing stuff. The band Thrice has released a new album called Horizons/West. Um, Again, just like Alexis on Fire, this band was a band that I respected that had a lot of credit to the emo screamo scene, post punk scene um, in the 2000s, but they just really weren't 100% my cup of tea. They were, um, I don't know, just not heavy enough for me. I think I was uh, I was more into like Census Fail and Under Oath and
Yeah.
stuff like that than I was
Same.
Thrice. I did listen to a handful of the tracks off this album. It sounds like about what you would expect from a new Thrice album.
Okay.
So, although I don't seem very excited about it, if you are a fan of Thrice, I am here to bring you the news. So, get excited and go check out their new album.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna take over on this next one, even though I already pretty much talked about everything I could earlier. But AFI, who would have guessed, just dropped that new album, Silver Bleeds the Black Sun, on October 3rd, 4th, something like that. And I don't know. I can't stop raving about it. Like the fact that they've done what they wanted to pretty much the whole time they've been a band, and everything that they put out just seems true to their emotions, to their feelings. And this one, everyone's a little older. They've been a band since what, 91, I think. So we've got 34 years of AFI. That's crazy. Um, and it rips the whole time. It's the perfect kind of album to, if you're just sitting there, you don't have to be focused on anything. Maybe you're reading a book, maybe you're just zoning out, ripping some bong rips and just hanging out. Hey, you're dropping some acid. I don't condone it, but if you do it, you do it. I can't stop you. uh you know what I mean? Just get yourself in a nice little headspace and just kind of void walk a little bit. You know what I mean? It's the perfect album for it, and that's what I love. You know. So before I spend this whole episode talking about AFI, check it out. Just got dropped. Check out that interview by Hardlore, which I'm super happy to have discovered. I'm definitely gonna be checking out more of their videos coming up soon, and probably talking about it and plugging them in as much as I can. But it's like I said, 3 to 4 hours of just Davey and these two guys that do hard lore, just chatting about things of the history of the scene of East Bay hardcore in California. Um, record labels, band breakups, inspirations and all that kind of shit. It's a good thing to kind of just put on and see and listen and just really feel the emotion that they've had throughout the years. So yeah, Silver Bleeds the Black Sun. Great album. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check out some of those hard lore videos. I did not get a chance to watch the
That's
one that
fine.
you sent me with
I didn't
Davey
expect
Havoc.
you to. I sent it to you at like
From
what, 1, 2 in the morning or something. You were already
yeah,
sleeping.
I was crashed out
Right.
for sure. But yeah, if it's 3 hours long, not gonna lie, probably not gonna watch it.
It's,
That's a lot of my time.
they have everything separated out into chapters so you can find what you want to watch and then skip the rest.
Yeah, I'll probably watch the early stuff. I did just recently watch a video. I can't remember who made it. It was on YouTube, but it was basically like the history of AFI, the
Okay.
changes that they've gone through.
Yeah.
And I did. It was on the long side, so I listened to about as far as
Was it
I
that
listened to
that punk
AFI.
historian?
It might have been.
Okay. Because I remember you telling
Might have
me
been.
about that guy, and I'm pretty sure there was a video like that. It was
Yeah,
like
it
an
could be.
AFI sort of thing, so I think it might have been him.
After this, I'll go back and I'll look and I'll let you know what it was. It was a pretty good video, but yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
was just kind of talking about like how they got to where they're at, kind of.
Right.
I listened to about up until the albums that I stopped listening. So
That's fair.
December Undergroundish.
Yeah.
And then I shut it off and I moved on with my life for the night. Uh but yeah.
Fair.
Moving on. I'm kind of gonna just gloss over the next two things, mainly because like we talked about previously, I'm not super excited, but I'm bringing you the news, so I'm gonna let you know about it and I'll let you be the judge. um
Let us know in the
these
comments.
both these both go back to my high school days as well. So some of these bands, I'm not sure why they're still producing music,
Yeah.
but they are. We got a new album by the um, pop rock band. I don't know what you want to classify them as. I don't know if they're necessarily
You
pop
can
punk,
say, yeah, I was gonna
but
say just use that word because honestly, they give you that vibe. I'm listening to the
yeah, for
album right
sure.
now, and it's all right. It's exactly, once
Y-
again, it's exactly what you would expect out of an album by these
y-
guys.
Yeah, it's the album's Sad by Mayday Parade. Um, but yeah, back to what you were saying. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm I'm going to caveat this by saying I'll piss people off in the future who have not listened to this episode, but anything on the light side like that, I'm just going to call it pop punk. If it's not, I don't care what you think because genres are stupid anyway. It just
Yeah,
helps you classify what you're about to listen to.
exactly. They're all a bunch of
But yeah, this
losers
came
who need
out.
labels. We don't. Fuck you
We don't
guys.
need labels.
Right.
I didn't listen to this album. I'm not really interested. I wouldn't have been interested, but they
This album would have
are
been
alternative
perfect
music.
20 years ago. It would have sold so
Yeah.
much and been so great, but I
I
don't
mean,
have
these
the
guys
energy
were
to jump
super
around.
popular back then.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But yeah, it's I don't know. The world is sad
Yeah.
now and angry and dissonant and well, maybe we need more pop punk to help save that. I don't know, but right now
I mean, this album's called Sad,
it is. Yeah.
so kind of fits in.
Yeah, the times have changed. Even Mayday Parade, dude. That's sad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw these guys at Warp Tour in the past. I know that I didn't go watch them, but they were probably definitely there the years that I went.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then we also got a new album by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. The album is called X's for Eyes. And this one, I did listen to, I think, the title track, and then maybe one more. It is good for what it is, but also not really my style. These guys are kind of what I was talking about when I was like, why are some of these bands still putting out music? Because
Right.
I don't think that this band was ever like that popular. That one song, what was their fucking main song?
It was on Don't You Fake It. Um fuck.
I
Face
mean,
down.
it doesn't really. It
Face
is
down.
that what it
That's what it
is?
is. It's face down. That's
Okay,
that's the song.
yeah. That song, it was big when it first came out, and
Hmm.
then I actually lost a ton of respect for this band around that time because the they did a radio version of that song, which cut out the screaming vocals and replaced them with singing vocals,
That's stupid.
and that pissed me the fuck off, especially as a young angsty
Right.
screamo kid back in high school. I was like, how dare you take the best parts of the song out and
Right.
replace it, just to be on the radio, you fucking sellout losers.
Yeah.
But um, I haven't listened to him since, and
Honestly, me neither. But yeah, it
they're
was
really
that
not that
song,
good.
and I remember Your Guardian Angel being really big. And it looks like that was their
Yeah,
first album. Like they just fucking immediately blew up
yeah.
having those official
Is
releases.
that what we call? Is that what we call industry plant?
You think Red Jumpsuit is an industry plant, dude? I don't know.
I don't
They
know,
have
man.
been in the news
I don't.
recently. I've seen some articles about the vocalist getting into it with some of their conservative fans and how uh the vocalist hates conservatives and don't don't quote me. He didn't say that, but whenever he's up on stage and people are like bitching and this and that, and he's just like, I don't know what you guys expect. You know, my lyrical content has always been the same. They're low key a Christian band, or he's a Christian that
Yeah,
really puts out all that shit in his lyrics. But um,
yeah,
yeah, all these conservative like people are like, oh my god, they have a woke agenda and blah blah blah, this and that, and he's just like, I don't know what you expect. I've never been shy about what I'm about and what I put in my lyrics. And if you expect anything different, then go fuck yourself. Like get out of my show. Like just leave. You don't have to be here. Nobody's
yeah,
making you. And they've been facing a lot of backlash from conservative people for that. Like you should be able to accept everybody. And it's like, yeah, I do try, but you guys are literally killing people. I can't accept that. Like what the fuck, you know?
yeah. Yeah,
Fucking
I do remember
snowflakes.
seeing I do remember seeing something like that where I think, yeah, he came up on stage and was just like, um if you are a MAGA supporter, don't come to my fucking shows.
Right.
Uh which I agree with. I mean, dude, here's the thing, is like, dude, alternative music has always been um
Counter
I don't
culture,
want to
counter politics, like
Yeah, I mean,
pro
it's not.
life, like,
That's
you know.
where a lot of people get confused, and they're like, "Oh, fucking um, alternative music is democratic," and it's like that's not necessarily true. Um, the beliefs align more with
Right.
the democratic side, but punk rock is fucking anti-establishment, anarchy, fucking against politicians, against corruption and shit like that,
Right.
calling out those who have an agenda. But and I'm here for it, dude. I yeah, fuck MAGA, dude.
Yeah, fuck them. God, like I
Fuck
said
them.
earlier, goddamn snowflakes, dude. Looking for something to complain about all the
Yeah,
time.
it's
Jesus.
true, dude.
Yeah, bunch of babies.
Um, well, that's about all we got for releases for the week.
Yes.
I'm not super sure what is in store for the next week, so I'll be excited to see what happens. But I know,
Yeah.
like we said earlier, we got a lot of stuff releasing in the next few weeks,
Right.
so there should be quite a bit for us to talk about,
Oh
Tyler.
yeah, for sure. But for today, we're gonna go ahead and slide on into this little breakup news that we got. I don't know if anyone's a fan of Trivium around
I am.
these parts. Hell yeah, I'm a light fan. They had a cool album with like a samurai kabuto on it and a skull, and I was like, dude, I'm sold. If you haven't noticed my tattoos on, but anyways, yeah, they just recently split up with their drummer, and there's really like no word on why it happened. There was just kind of a post about it, like, hey, we wish you, what's his name? Uh, Alex Bent is the drummer, was the drummer. Just made an announcement on social media. It said he was grateful for spending the last 9 years with the band, and he'll always carry that with him. So it seemed like it was an amicable thing. And then Matt Heffy put something out just corroborating that. Hey, thanks for playing with us. Wish you guys, you and your family, nothing but the best. Um, that's about it. So no real word on it, but it sounds like a good split. Maybe he wanted to go focus on his family, play some different music, do something else, which is fine. We're all
Yeah.
adults around here. Just live your life, be happy. That's all we ask for. And please wash your hands. That's about it. But they did
Yeah.
immediately get somebody new in. This guy, new, what's his name? Nick Rutman. I don't have a first
Don't
name
know.
for him. Yeah, but this guy, Nick, man, I wish I could. Oh, Grayson. Oh, Sepultura drummer. Jesus.
Shut
I
up,
don't
dude.
know that.
Grayson
Yeah.
Newsom?
Grayson Necrutman.
Nick Krupman.
Yeah, that's what it says. It's linked up here. I'm looking. Yeah, gotta corroborate that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Grayson.
this guy
Uh huh.
rips,
Okay, well, he's a
dude.
part of Trivium now, so Trivium's gonna just
So is he
fucking
not in
break his.
Sepultura then?
My guess would be not, but maybe he's doing double duty. I don't know. Is Sepultura putting anything new out soon that you know of?
I don't
Every
know. Hold
time I
on.
hear, that's fine.
Here's an article. It says that he will return with the band in 2026 to resume. Oh,
He's just
Sepultura is
finishing
doing a
off.
farewell tour,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
they're breaking up.
Okay. So yeah, so it sounds so with Trivium they're gonna finish off their sets with Ginger, um, and some other band. I don't remember who it is.
Dude, so
Uh,
funny enough, this guy, Grayson, I've been following him on Instagram for
mhm.
many a years.
Okay.
He is a fucking rock star of a drummer.
Hell yeah.
Um, but he got popular for doing a lot of covers of like big band kind of stuff, like old,
Yeah, like old 20s,
um,
30s music and shit.
yeah, some crooner
Okay.
music.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, which which he's really fucking good at. And then all of a sudden he started doing some like metal covers on
Okay.
Instagram, and then next thing you knew, he was confirmed as the drummer for Suicidal Tendencies.
Whoa. All right.
Um, and then which I thought was weird, but then I saw live videos of him playing with them, and killer dude.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What
then
era of
he,
Suicidal was that? Do you know?
I mean, it was in the past
Okay.
handful of years.
Gotcha.
Let's see, 2023.
Okay. Wasn't yeah, Ty Trujillo, Rob's son. He's been playing for them too. What a
Really?
powerhouse. Yeah.
Playing bass?
Yeah, you know it, dude. Come on.
Hell
Got
yeah.
a family legacy to go through.
Yeah, this Grayson dude, he went to Suicidal Tendencies, and then he joined Sepultura after Eloy Casagrande got confirmed as
Right.
the new drummer of Slipknot. Um, and then funny enough, Jay Weinberg took Grayson's spot as the drummer of Suicidal Tendencies.
Uh-huh.
So this is fucking weird. All right, so this whole fucking it's like a triangle. All right, so you had Jay Weinberg with Slipknot,
Right.
you had Eloy Casagrande with
Yeah.
Sepultura,
Uh-huh.
and then Slipknot fired Jay,
Right.
Eloy switched and went to Slipknot,
Uh-huh.
and then
Jay went over
fucking
to
Grayson went to fucking Sepultura, and then Jay went to Suicidal Tendencies. So they
exactly.
just all kind of fucking flip flopped bands.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's crazy. And I think he's gonna be a fucking fantastic addition to Trivium.
Yeah. So
But
exciting,
I will be
sad news, but exciting news, That's cool.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
I have to admit that although I appreciate Trivium, I didn't really continue to follow them. I was a big fan of their release Ascendancy from 2004.
Right.
Featured some awesome songs. My favorite was a Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation.
Okay.
I know we were talking about it a little bit last week about the Comcast on demand
Mm-hmm.
music videos.
Yeah.
That music
It was
video
one of
was
those.
one of them that was on there. And I had loved it ever since. Another good song off that album was Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr. Um, and then a year later, they came out with The Crusade, which is the album that I think you were referring to earlier. And then they released Shogun a couple years later. And they've had a handful of releases since then, and I haven't caught up with any of them. But they've got a new single out that was released at the beginning of last month called, or actually, it's fucking October. This came out in August. The song "Bury Me with My Screams." And it's got a pretty cool artistic version of a Chinese um, tiger on it. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's right up your alley there, Tyler.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, these guys are almost like 100% like right up your alley with their
That's what I,
artwork, dude.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty sick.
I gotta listen to it.
Um, yeah. But to move on, we've got some artist news. This popped up, I think, on Thursday or Friday. Slaughter to Prevail's vocalist Alex Terrible posted on Instagram saying that he would like to take a break from the band after they wrap up their tours in 2026.
Yeah.
Sounds like he'll be taking quite some time off to write some new music and also spend time with his wife and son. Um,
And
so,
Pet Bear.
and Pet Bear. Um, Yeah, he's got. I mean, he's got a lot of shit going on. This
Right.
guy is pretty cool, but some people might not agree with me. But I think he's pretty cool. People make mistakes, and
Yeah.
you just gotta forgive them and move on, dude. Depends on the level of mistake, but I
Yeah.
feel like an accidental Nazi tattoo is forgivable.
I mean, if
He
he
got rid of it.
legitimately didn't know, well, yeah, if he covered it, did all that, then that's at least a step in the right direction. You know what I mean?
I mean, he
I
covered it. He denounced it.
right.
He apologized and admitted that it was insensitive and that he got it not because of the Nazi association, but for other reasons. So I'll give him a fucking break. The only thing that I could see you not being a big fan of him for is that it seems like he's been pretty friendly with Ronnie Radke as of the
Yeah,
past couple
unfortunately.
years.
Yeah, I saw some of those videos. What, Ronnie was sick, so Alex and the band took over or something on a song.
I don't know. I know that they've been so
They've been
Alex
touring
Terrible
and all
was
that. Yeah.
he was featured on the song Ronald,
Yep.
which his part is fucking killer in that song. As much as I
I
hate
wouldn't
that
know. I'm not
band,
going to listen to it. So,
that's fine. As much as I hate that band, that song is pretty dope.
hell yeah.
But yeah, and then I think Ronnie was on a Slaughter song. They've had a lot of co-features
Right.
amongst each other's bands,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure they were just recently on tour with each other. So whatever. Slaughter to Prevail, still sick.
Hell yeah.
But I'm excited for the fact that he's going to take some time to write new music because um, I think I kind of bitched about it in the past, but like he was guilty of this whole like releasing singles and then after a handful of years releasing an air quotes album
Right.
that comprised of like a bunch of singles that we've been listening to for the past handful of years. So that really disappoints me. But hopefully this little break, we get some unique shit and it's not released the same way as it was.
Right.
Moving on. This was a little weird, and it got me actually. So on, I think it might have been Monday or Sunday or Monday, I was going through Spotify, checking out, seeing if there was any new releases that I had missed, and weirdly, there was a new single released under the now disbanded stoner rock band Caius. Um, so I was really confused because
Yeah.
they're not a band anymore. A lot of their members, notably, are do not get along with each other. Um, Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, who was the guitar player of Caius, um, he actually took them to court over they got together for a reunion tour under the moniker Caius Lives. They had to do that because apparently Josh Homme was not about it, did not want them to do it. He didn't want to be a part of it. He didn't want them to do it. So
Right.
they did that. And he took them to court over not being able to release any new music under the moniker Caius Lives, which is fucking pretty lame of Josh Homme, if you want my opinion. Not very punk rock of you, but um, anyways, back to the original story.
Mhm.
Caius supposedly released a new track called Red Earth Bones, which if you go check out, I don't know if it's
It's
still up on
it's still on
Spotify.
Spotify. I'm listening to it right now, and it is dog shit.
It is definitely not Caius.
Right.
Some people in comments on Instagram and I saw on Reddit,
Yeah.
there was a thread. People are claiming they're pretty sure that it's made with AI and that the cover is also made with AI.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure.
a lot of people are pretty pissed off about it. I saw a lot of shit on Reddit about people flagging the song and trying to get it taken down. I think it's fucking weird that just like some random person would be able to upload music under a band, especially a band as big as
So
Caius.
what I think happened is they could get around the like either flags or something by literally not capitalizing the first letter. Because if you go on Spotify and see it, like Caius
Yeah,
as a band, it's capital Kyuss. This new
yeah,
song is just all lowercase, you know, so maybe
ah,
that gets around it. Like some sort of flagging, or they're like, oh, maybe you are different and the band's disbanded now, so whatever. Um,
yeah,
I'm on Reddit right now looking at some of the comments, and somebody posted a picture from Apple Music, and the credits on the song are listed performing artists, Caius, and right underneath it is Caius Lewis providing lead vocals. Caius Lewis also was the composer and lyricist for the song. So,
you
of
think this
course,
is you think this is a situation where some idiot, potentially from another country, who's unaware of the band Caius, do you think that they started their own shit, recorded it, released it on Spotify under the name Caius because that's what he thought his band name was, and it blew up because it matched the popularity of the real Caius? Like,
I'm
I don't
thinking that
understand.
might have been, well, maybe, but I think it was, I feel like it was planned in such a way to get people to listen to this AI just slop song by
Yeah,
attaching a name of a very popular past band that doesn't tour anymore.
yeah,
Putting that on there and seeing how much it could blow up. You know what I mean? I feel like it was planned that
yeah,
way. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you
yeah. I mean,
upload, I don't know about uploading songs. I mean, we don't have to put like credits on our stuff when I upload it. So, but that might be different for like videos and everything. But
right.
um, yeah, I just don't know. Well, and Apple Music too. I don't know exactly how it is for uploads for that. But if you have to like enter in copyright information for like Apple Music and stuff, the fact that they have the band Caius, and like a picture of them on there, I feel like it was purposeful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So.
I didn't do too much digging.
Right.
Once I found out that it was fake, I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
Fuck
I
that.
don't need to pay
Well, I
attention to
will
this anymore.
confirm
But
it's dog shit. It sounds terrible, and you don't have to listen to it to give this guy views and numbers and shit. It's
dude,
garbage.
I listened to it, and from the first like 10, 15 seconds of the song, I knew it
Right.
wasn't actually Caius.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound anything like him.
Exactly.
So, but
If
that
you
was
don't mind,
interesting.
yeah. Well, yeah. You finish your thought. I got a little surprise addition to
I
our
didn't,
tour announcements.
I didn't really have a thought, but yeah, I did think it was funny that people were already like immediately there was a fucking post on Reddit
Hmm.
about it.
Oh.
Like those people are so fast.
What do you think Redditors have to do in their life except bitch on Reddit, dude? Come on. Nothing. They have
I
nothing
mean,
going on.
I know people make fun of redditors a lot, but I mean, they're just people like you and me, Tyler.
All right.
I'm
That's
on
fine.
Reddit. I'm not on there constantly posting shit or anything.
I'm lurking.
If
I'm
you what?
lurking on Reddit all the time. I'm not posting, but I'm lurking. I'm on there. So
Yeah, I
I'm
read
just a
shit on
coward.
there. At
Right.
one point, I did have a reoccurring post in the metal vinyl
Yeah.
subreddit, where I'd post pictures of my albums and give them reviews and talk about them a little bit. And
Hell
it
yeah. And
was a
now
good
look where
time.
we're
Got a
at,
lot of
dude.
engagement.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at us. Who would have
I
thought?
wouldn't be against doing that again.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. Let's just get together,
Yeah.
listen to records, and fucking talk shit about them. Great.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Planned.
Well, now we got a second show.
Exactly. I have to think of a cool name. But my surprise tour announcement that I'm gonna bring up is by a band called Rush. I don't know if you heard about this, Ryan, but
Dude, I
Alex and
did.
Getty did announce that they are gonna go on tour again. Um, what is it? It's been what 10, 11 years since they played a show. It will be starting off in June in LA, and it looks like they're going to be doing a lot of like double updates. We've got a couple dates in LA. They're going down to Mexico City. We've got 2 dates in Texas, 2 dates in Chicago at the United Center. Uh, 2 dates in New York, 2 dates in Toronto, and then they're finishing off in Cleveland. What a bold move by you, Rush. But yeah, it's gonna be going through a couple months next year. The 50 something tour. Hopefully, tickets are not too pricey. They probably will be. And yeah, we'll get to see Rush again. So maybe I can redeem myself for not being able to see Slayer twice. I'll have 2 opportunities to see Rush next year, which would be
Yeah.
sick, dude. Get to live out all my I
Y-
love you, man fantasies, dude. Just fucking slap at a bass.
Dude, I'm gonna go on a little rant now.
Okay.
Um, I will probably go see this if tickets are affordable.
Right.
And if it lines up in a time where I'm free and whatever. But um I could see this being a good show just because I don't know who this drummer is. It looks like she is from Germany. She's a jazz fusion slash prog drummer. Apparently, she got her start on YouTube in the 2010s, and has been drumming for a long time. She's been featured in Modern Drummer magazine and Drum magazine. Apparently, she was named the #2 best fusion drummer in 2017,
Dang.
which I would assume that's a pretty big deal to
Right.
be ranked #2 in any genre. Has got to be pretty awesome. But I'm not familiar with her at all. I know it looks like she's a professional, so it's gonna sound good.
Right.
Um, the show's gonna be awesome because we've seen videos of Rush playing live in the past. Like they put on
Yeah.
a good show.
Oh yeah.
They've got a good light show. Um, so I think it'll be good. Now, I am not mad at them for doing this. I am one of the kinds of people out there that like I don't really give a shit about people doing reunions without like the original members and stuff.
Right.
Sometimes I'm a little more passionate about it than others, depending on if I'm a giant fan of the band. But the
Chiodos.
one, see, that's one of those things. I didn't really give a shit that they did
Okay.
that.
All right. Hell yeah.
But uh, I did. The one thing that I don't agree with is it. I can't find the quote anymore, but I did see it the other day. Apparently, the two existing members of Rush were quoted after Neil Peart died
Hmm.
that they would not be um,
Oh, they're not gonna be
touring
Rush.
anymore,
Yeah.
and that if they were to ever get back together in any form of capacity, that it would be a cash grab or um,
Yeah.
a sellout.
Right.
Basically, I think is what he said.
Here
I
it
know
is.
cash grab was a straight quote.
Oh, I'm sure.
So if I will respect it more if he comes out right now and says that what they're doing is a cash grab.
Right.
If he admits it, that's the most awesome thing in the world
Eh,
because people are still going to go. They're not going to boycott it just because he said it's a cash grab. I think it's funny.
exactly. Right. Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean Rush fucking rips.
Hmm.
I am not as excited about this because as big of a Geddy Lee fan as I am, everybody knows that what makes Rush Rush is Neil Peart.
Right. I did end up finding, I think, the quote that you're talking about. We'll go ahead
Yeah.
and pull this directly from an article I found May 12th, 2024 on American Songwriter. What is it? I just had it. Oh, So Alex was discussing the massive popularity surrounding Rush and how fans still want more performances. So many people remember us and their sadness amongst our fans that it ended and they want more, but you can't go back. We can't just go and get another drummer and go out and play concerts and make new material. It would just not be the same. It would just be a money ploy.
I
So,
mean,
right,
how do you argue with that?
exactly.
It came out of his mouth.
That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hear interviews.
People calling him out. Hey man, you remember like a couple years ago? What's up with that?
if
It's
th-
like,
if there are any legitimate journalists and news reporters out there anymore, uh, I don't see how it doesn't get brought up.
what we're gonna do is get meet and greet tickets. We're gonna pool our money together, and we're gonna be those journalists. All
I'm just
right,
gonna
you're gonna hear
piss
about it.
Rush off.
Yeah, why can't that be our legacy, dude? We love those guys, but hey, let's get
Just
up there on
piss
that
people
national
off.
stage, right? Just fucking, hey, Alex, what the fuck, man?
I'll call him out. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, hell yeah.
um, but how are meet and greets normally operated? Is it usually before the show or after the show?
I feel like it's before. I've been to one. I got to meet and greet Devil Wears Prada and Fit for a King down in Nashville. And what they
Yeah,
did was open doors 2 hours early for us. And then we all got in line. Once the band sat down, they were done with their sound checks and everything. They were set a big old long table and they lined us all up like cattle. And one of the roadies would be like, "Okay, you guys are up next." And then if you were in a group or single or whatever, she'd be like, "All right, set your camera up." So I don't have enough time to figure out everybody's phone. So she's like, "Get your camera set up. Go stand behind the band. I'll take your picture, and then you're gonna walk through and meet the band real quick." It's all like you're standing, excuse me, in line for way longer than the actual experience itself. It
right,
all lasted about not even 5 minutes. Take the picture, and then as you're going, they'll sign whatever. They gave us all a bunch of posters, and they gave us like a little tote bag with our laminates and shit. And yeah, it was just a quick little moment. Now there are different setups. Like I know Emery, in the past, they've done like meet and greet experiences that included like lunch with the band, and like a unplugged set beforehand as well. That seems a little bit more worth the money to me.
yeah,
But yeah, what I had was I spent 70 extra bucks on these VIP tickets just to like get into the show early. Now we did get first dibs on merch while everyone else was filtering in or whatever. They
yeah.
kept everyone else corralled into the front of the building, and then we got merch. And then once like a certain time frame had passed, they were like, "All right, everybody gets to come in and then go through and get merch." So that was nice. Didn't have to wait in line that long for merch. So
Right. Oh yeah. Well, either way, I mean, if it's before the show, I don't know. I don't know if it would be a wise choice for us to go in there,
really shake them
call
up,
out
dude.
Alex,
Right.
yeah, shake him up,
You're a piece of
get him in his,
shit. Right.
yeah, get him in his head right before the show that we paid tickets to go see.
Right.
Just ruin the fucking show for
Right.
ourselves. That would be what we deserve, though.
Yeah, for sure. He'd probably see us out in the crowd and be like, "Get these fucking clowns out of here. Like, I'm done with this
Get him out of
shit."
here.
Right.
And then, well, you fucking Alex, you're the poser who fucking said the shit and then turned back on
Exactly.
your word.
What a ploy,
Hypocrite.
huh? Right. Got
I don't
us
know why
good.
I'm sitting here. I don't know
That's
why I'm
fine.
talking
We love you
shit
guys,
about
Rush. No,
Rush.
yeah, if there's ever a moment where Getty or Alex are listening to this, we love you guys. We don't mean anything by this. We're looking for clout right now. That's all. It's a cash
Yeah.
grab. It's a money ploy.
Where's the money, Tyler?
Right. We're working on it, man.
That's all right. I do this for the love of the
Yeah.
industry.
Exactly.
Well, to move on, we've
Yeah.
got one last little bit here on the episode to keep you guys entertained. We're gonna try a new segment called sucks the most.
I was wondering how you were gonna. I saw you type this in, not live type it in, but I saw you put this in, and I'm like, what? How are we? What do you mean? Because there's no
Or-
explanation, no nothing. It just sucks the most. I'm like, I could spin this a couple ways, and I think how we're about to do it today is the perfect start to sucks the most. So,
Yeah. So I'm gonna caveat this by saying I came up with this in the car one morning. I was on my way to drop my son off at school,
mhm,
flipping through music on my phone, trying to figure out what we're gonna listen to on the drive. And I decided to give my kid a history lesson on some the music of our time, and it just made me think. I think this would be a good conversation. So what I'm
right.
gonna do is we're gonna name. I've got 4 bands on a list right now that I know that both of us are passionately,
Not a fan of.
we're passionate about. I don't know what your thoughts are on any of these bands, so this should make it interesting. But I've got 4 bands. I'm gonna tell you which band they are. We're gonna discuss them. We'll go on to the next band until we make it through all 4, and then we'll have a nice little brief discussion about who we think sucks the most out of the list.
Hell yeah.
So up first is Creed. And the reason why I bring this up is because the other day on the way to take Ozzy to school, the band that I decided to throw on was Creed.
Hell yeah.
And we listened to some of their top tracks.
Nice.
So it made me think of this. So what are your thoughts on Creed, Tyler?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just like everybody else. Like I've been listening to Creed, not religiously, but I've been hearing Creed, we'll say, since
Yeah.
the early radio rock days. You know what I mean? Now I can't list
You've
any
been
song
forced to
names, but
listen
I've
to
been
hits.
exactly like they've just been force fed down my throat this whole time. Uh, Honestly, I don't hate them. Like, just to be completely real, like I don't think they're the best band out there, but if they come on and I know that they're on, I'm gonna drink a Bud Light. I'm gonna get into some Creed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna really lean into it. But
What does Bud Light have to do with Creed? The
we
gayness or what?
whoa.
That was a
No.
joke, guys, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's looking at this list, it's gonna get discussed a little bit later too, but like it's just, when you I don't know, you listen to certain bands, you get a certain feeling. You see their fans specifically, and I feel like
You
we
associate
know,
them with a domestic beer.
you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know, I'm a bartender, like I associate people with drinks. Like, I'll try and guess like what people are gonna drink, just so maybe I'm ready or it makes me look cool, you know what I mean? And it's worked a lot of the
Okay.
time, but
Oh my god, I just came up with a new segment as you were just talking.
okay,
In the
perfect.
future, we are going to associate bands with beers.
With beers?
But
Okay.
for the rest of this
Uh-huh.
conversation,
Right.
I want you to give me your associated beverage with each of these bands as we talk
Okay.
about them. But go
Creed.
on.
I feel well now. Now I'm second guessing myself on my beer choice. Creed is a Miller crowd. Miller or Coors. That's who they are. A little bit farther
I
west. You know
like
what I
it.
mean? Yeah. But we've
I
had this
like it.
discussion when you bought your fucking house, dude. Um, I'm throwing you Creed
We did?
clips. I'm like, hey, yeah, dude. Creed, Miller Lights, uh, weight bench in the shed at your new house. That does that not sound like the most powerful moment between brothers? Come on.
That's manly.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yep.
Creed, I'm a fan of. The people who listen to Creed also drink Miller Lite. That's my hot take on that.
All right. So I'll say I also don't hate Creed. Um, just to name a handful. So I mean, One Last Breath, Higher, My Sacrifice, With Arms Wide Open.
Arms
All
wide open. Yeah, dude.
all
Bangers.
bangers, man. Um, I know for a fact. I mean, I haven't listened to it, so I'm not going to say I know for a fact, but I'm pretty fucking sure um their discography drops off after those handful of songs.
Exactly.
Um so at before a handful of years ago when they started peaking back up, the
Uh-huh.
hate was a little forced, but it was,
Yeah.
I understand why. Um, what I do want to know from you though is the recent resurgence of Creed popularity. Is it warranted, or do you think it's like, is it the hype of being hated for so long that people want to be like different and edgy? So they're like, we love Creed. We've always loved Creed. You guys are just being a bunch of bitches for hating it.
Okay. We're at the age we are now, our early to mid 30s, you know. Do you not
Yeah.
remember everything that happened with fucking Limp Bizkit throughout the years? Like, you know, first couple albums, like Under the Radar, Nookie comes out, blows them the fuck up, you know, and everybody
Yeah.
hates goddamn Limp Bizkit. And now in the last, like, what, 5 years or something, same thing, new resurgence. Like,
Coming
oh,
back.
dude, Limp
Right.
Bizkit's so cool. They've always been cool. Like,
They've
no,
always
I
been cool.
remember
Yeah.
10 years ago fucking listening to any one of these albums that they put out and not necessarily getting made fun of or but like you know what I mean, like kind of being
Yeah.
ostracized, like, oh, you actually like Limp Bizkit? Like, yeah, I do actually like Limp Bizkit. Like, what's up, you
Yeah.
know? Fuck.
Well, I think in the Limp Bizkit hate made sense because Fred Durst was kind of a
He
cocksucker
made it
and
happen. That's completely
yeah,
fair.
a lot. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on with that band that made a lot of sense why they would get so much hate.
Right.
Um, but also like, so I listened to Limp Bizkit when I was in, I think middle school,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
elementary school, middle school, and so then later in your life that's when you're like sensitive to like you don't want to seem lame around people, so you
Right.
lie about things that you like.
Exactly. Right.
And then eventually you grow up and you get in your 30s and you're like, I actually don't give a flying fuck what
Really
any of you
don't.
think
Right.
about me. So I have no reason to lie about what the things that I like, such as 21 Pilots, which I think are dope. um but yeah, I mean, Creed, I feel like they didn't really do anything to deserve the hate. It just like came out of the middle of nowhere. I don't know if it's like
Yeah.
them being a Christian band, so people decided to start making fun of them or what, but I don't know.
Yeah, I have nothing
They're
specific that I can say about it, but wonder if
no.
there's like a yeah, they just yeah,
I
no
don't know why they've
controversies,
blown up
nothing,
though.
like right. I think it's for the bit. Like kids now are discovering music that we were into 20, 30 years ago and just
Yeah.
absolutely roasting old people. I think that's all it
Yeah.
is. Putting these songs over I don't know, one of my favorite formats is putting these Creed songs over um like there's this sunflower that's like blowing in the wind or something and they put a face over it and they're like singing Creed and shit like
Yeah.
that. It's just funny, you know.
It's all for memes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
But I
Well,
think that would
okay,
be
so
the big thing.
we could say Creed doesn't deserve the hate that they've gotten.
Right.
All right, well, the next band is Nickelback. Heavily hated band over the decades. Um, what are your thoughts, Tyler?
Heavily hated band for absolutely no reason. Also, I don't hate Nickelback, dude. I'll come out and say it right here live on the Riff Report, dude. Nickelback kind of slaps. The beer of choice that I'm attaching to Nickelback is Molson's because they're Canadian born. So
Dude, that makes a lot of sense too.
yeah. No, dude, like they had some really weak releases over the years, but um I really don't hate Nickelback. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to them. Um but I would say I was more of an earlier Nickelback fan. Like they were kind of like not really country rock, but you know, they had that like bluesy feeling shit. What
Yeah.
fucking album am I looking for? I don't
No, it
know,
kind
it's
of is like it kind of is like
uh-huh.
it does lean like some of that rock from back then did kind of lean on the country side of things almost. It had like a little bit of a twang to it, you know?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Three Doors Down and Creed and Nickelback and Puddle of Mud and shit
Yeah.
like that. It all had like a little bit of a
This is all
like a
music
twang to it.
built for blue collar workers. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like because country was really big during that time.
Right.
So I think it was just like dudes that were also into country that
Yeah.
but were wanted to be in a rock band, you know.
Exactly. Right.
You couldn't
But
hack it in the country world. It was oversaturated.
right. But yeah, I don't like I said, I don't really hate them. I'm not gonna say I'm the hugest fan, like I'm gonna defend them till I die, but I just feel like somebody put out a hot take about Nickelback and they're like, you know what? Yeah, that's the band we're gonna hate. And then everyone just I feel like everyone is sheep. And whenever they heard that one hot take and they saw everyone else getting into it, they just fell in, dude. The masses don't have an
Yeah.
opinion. They just follow the other person, you know what I mean? And I think that's what happened. And it breaks my heart to see that to a bunch of guys who would go out and pour their heart on stage. Not every day, but most days. And just have a great time, you know?
Yeah. Um well, my take on it is Nickelback sucks. I
That's
don't think they're I don't think they're as sucky as people, you know,
mhm,
portray, but they suck. Um they obviously have been successful. I mean, I think that they've had a handful of albums that charted pretty well. Obviously, they're popular enough to where people talk about them regularly. So I don't know, but they're just not very good.
it's all right, man.
So
You're
yeah, I
entitled to
don't
that
know.
opinion, as wrong as it is.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I was thinking, did wasn't there like drama behind their singer Chad Kroger? Isn't that what the where some of the hate came from? I can't really
Uh,
find anything, but it looks like he was he was caught for drunk driving
oh yeah,
in 2008, but it doesn't say anything about, you know, hurting anybody. So
right.
I don't know why that would be a thing. I didn't know this, but apparently he was married to Avril Lavigne for 2 years.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw a
But I
couple of things. Yeah, the drunk driving. Yeah.
is
Um,
it is it the singer of Creed that I'm thinking about?
no, well, there was an assault lawsuit. I'm just pulling off of AI right now, but
Yeah.
in 2007, this guy Noah Christian Morse filed a lawsuit against Kroger for punching him outside of a Vancouver nightclub, having suffered a concussion, dislodged teeth, scarring, and other injuries.
Hmm.
There was the drunk driving conviction, and then
He's just sloppy.
yeah, it's yeah. Critics
Well,
often
yeah. I
called
mean,
the band derivative, uninspired, and an uninspired hit factory. Okay, I will admit
uh
that like their music doesn't scream ingenuity. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But
Yeah, I mean it's pretty basic. It's just like
you know,
fucking 4/4 fucking rock music.
exactly.
It's you've talked about it in the past, it's like that. They figured out that
That formula,
pattern,
right?
the
Exactly. Pattern,
formula,
right?
and they just fucking copied and pasted a bunch of times
Yeah,
and they sold a lot of fucking shit because of it. I don't think
yeah.
they're good though.
Because the people are sheep. That's why. So if you
Yeah.
hate Nickelback, you're a sheep, and if you like Nickelback, you are also a sheep. So there's just no winning, guys. Sorry,
I mean, you said you liked them.
it's fine. Bah, bitch.
So to correct myself, so it was actually the lead singer of Creed, Scott
Okay.
Stapp,
Yep.
that had all the drama behind him.
Okay.
Looks like he struggled with some substances in the past.
Uh huh.
There's a lot of there was a lot of suicide attempt kind of
Okay.
stuff going on.
Right.
Looks like
Oh, got in a fight with the band
He
311 in 2005. What a
I
Chad, dude.
see that.
What a Chad Kroger.
Um, he I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, there's just a lot of shit behind him. So I guess he was the one. So I guess if you were to hate on Creed, that made a little more sense
Yeah.
because their singer is a fucking piece of work.
I'm just gonna pull this
The
out real quick. Hold on, before we
yeah,
continue.
yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah.
Scott Stapp news. In
Uh-huh.
2014, had a psychotic break on the wrong medications and self-medicating. Told his wife he was a CIA agent and made claims to the Secret Service about mind control. Sounds like a
So
cool guy.
he's done a lot of drugs and
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked with his brain.
Yeah.
Pretty typical for the singer of a Christian band, just saying.
Yeah.
It's always the ones that claim their
Right.
Christianity heavily that do the fucked up shit.
Cough, cough. Tam
Um,
Lebasis. Cough.
oh yeah, that guy's fucking piece of work.
Nuts, dude.
Um, well, moving on.
Yeah.
So Creed doesn't suck as bad as people let them
Yeah.
let on.
Right.
Nickelback, Tyler
Honestly,
thinks that they're not as bad
let me
as
say
they
this.
are.
I think people I
Don't be a
think
sheep
people
and change your fucking views.
I'm not changing my view. I don't hate Nickelback. There's my view, but I feel like
Yeah.
people are maybe a little warranted about it. I'll say that. I'm going to stick there in the middle. All right.
All right. Riding both sides. I
Yeah,
see how
you
it
know.
is.
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I've gotten into this whole mindset recently that, you know, even though I'm not a big fan of certain kind of music, that they don't deserve for me to shit on them because it's not my thing.
Right.
There are people that like that shit. Um if you're real bad, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you though.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mainly because I don't give a shit.
that's fair.
Um, but moving on, Dave Matthews Band. What do you
Not a
think?
not a fan. I can't list any songs by Dave Matthews Band. I know of several people who are fans of
Hmm.
them. The one thing I know about Dave Matthews Band is the fact that they, got sued for pouring a bunch of shit on some Chicago tourists over a bridge. They released their tour bus septic tank over a bridge and hit a bunch of people on a boat.
I do remember
And
that.
yeah, now there has been a small development in that situation specifically, and people are saying it probably wasn't Dave Matthews Band. It was actually probably Linkin Park. In
How do they know?
in the only video I've received from Jay Dean himself, brought this up like 2 months ago. It's like, oh hey, this and that. He's like, I'm gonna send you a video, and he did. And this guy talks about, yeah, Kinsey Street Bridge is where it was.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, it was probably Linkin Park because from what I can grasp from the video, Dave Matthews and Linkin Park were on like similar tour, whatever,
They were in the area at the
and
same
they were
time.
coming through like Chicago around the same time. But the day that it happened, they Dave Matthews Band were supposedly on the other side of the city, nowhere near
Okay.
that Kinsey Street area, because they were heading west, I believe.
Okay.
Now, Lincoln Park had just played either that day or the day before as well, and they were heading east to either head towards Michigan or Indiana or something, and would have passed through that bridge, that area, been there around that time, and somebody involved in either the cleanup or the call or something states that it was probably them. So try and look that up, do a
Interesting.
little deep dive. But
Well,
that's that, and I
I do
know about Dave Matthew himself scatting on stage in weird unhinged ways. I also know
I have
that.
seen that.
But
I've seen
anything
that.
else, I can't list a song by Dave Matthews, and maybe he's cool for that, but I don't know. I just feel like they're just I don't know. I don't know how to describe them. They're gonna be really
I
low on
don't
my list. You know?
I don't know. So going back to the poop,
Yeah.
uh,
Please.
I'm
Yes.
reading
Let's.
here that apparently in 2000, so the incident took place in 2004.
Right.
It says 800 pounds of human waste was dropped,
Jesus.
which is fucked. That's so much poop. But then the next year, it says the band's tour bus driver, Stefan Wohl,
Uh huh.
uh, pled guilty
Oh.
to doing it.
Okay.
I mean, granted, um I know how the judicial system works in our country and how
Right.
people are more or less strong armed into
Yep.
pleading guilty for shit that they didn't do just to get off of the hook and to like lower um their punishment. So that could have been the case, but I don't know. In this situation, I feel like in downtown Chicago, over the Chicago River, there's got to be a lot of fucking surveillance cameras
Yep.
around. It would be pretty easy to like prove that it was or was not you. So I
Yeah.
feel like they wouldn't have admitted to it if it wasn't them.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, going moving on to the actual music. Um, I obviously they've been a pretty popular band for a long time. They were big in the 90s.
Hmm.
They were on the radio, so I've heard their shit. I also couldn't tell you a song name by them. And
Right.
going on their Spotify, like I guess Crash Into Me, it sounds familiar.
Okay.
Um, and I'm sure I know that song, but the rest of the song titles, I have fucking no idea. Um, oh, the space between. I guess I know that song. I'm not super popular with the rest of the shit.
Right.
They they do put out some pretty fucking funny videos from their
Hmm.
live stuff. Like
Right.
they're a goofy ass fucking band, and I don't understand why they have such a big following.
Right. They're the new
Um,
age fish. That's all it is. It's a bunch of druggies. Just, and I mean that in a very loving way. Druggies. Um,
but it's like
a
if
bunch of people.
dads like want to go do drugs for a
Exactly.
weekend.
They need a weekend, right? They need a weekend off. No excuses. No responsibilities. No nothing. They're like, I'm getting together with the boys. We're going out to fucking Virginia into a field in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna fucking trip on shrooms and acid and let loose for a little bit and listen to
Watch
Dave
their singers
Matthews. You know
scat.
what I mean? Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That I mean, I don't hate them. I don't love them. I have no feelings about Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
They're just goofy.
Yeah.
Um, I appreciate when goofy videos of them pop up in my
Yeah.
timeline.
Exactly. And if that means
But
they continue putting out music and playing shows just to continue giving us those goofy ass videos, please. All the power to
yeah,
you. Entertain me.
doesn't affect me whatsoever.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not gonna listen to their new album regardless.
Right.
Moving on, the last band that I got for you, it doesn't fit the rest of the bands whatsoever,
No.
but I kind of struggled to find another band that was um wildly hated um in that same genre area. But the last band I got for you is Five Finger Death Punch.
Five Finger Fruit Punch sucks. Sucks the most. We're done with the episode. That's it.
uh they do suck. I
Yeah.
fucking hate them so much.
Can I
Not
admit something to you live on air, Ryan?
dude, I can't wait.
So, several years ago, I'm working as a Jimmy John's delivery driver. It was very soon after I started that part of my Jimmy John's career. Um, I'm making a delivery here in town in St. Joe, and this dude, I'd been delivering to him like at least once a week or whatever. They were really cool. They always tipped well, whatnot. This guy is wearing a Five Finger Fruit Punch T-shirt. Now, I've always been an avid hater of these guys, but I needed to find something to connect with because that's just who I am as a person. I've always been a service guy, and like once you find that hook, dude, you're making great tips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess today or that day is when I decided to make them my hook. And I saw as like what I should have said was, oh hey, you know, I'm not a big fan of that band, but I see you're into metal and shit. That's cool. But instead, I froze up because I had like 2 other deliveries to make, and I was like, oh dude, sick shirt, love
Hell
those
yeah.
guys. And he just looks at me. I look at him, and I'm like, all right, have a good one. I got to get out of here. And the whole time I hated myself ever since. It's been like 3 years, and I sometimes stay awake thinking about that at night. Like, you could have handled that so much better, dude. What the fuck? You're an idiot. And yeah, so for one moment in my life, I was a fan of these guys. For the rest of the moments in my life, I'm an avid hater. Now I know Ivan Moody does a lot of like, or like
He's
some
a real piece of
outreach.
work.
He is, but he's done some like outreach with, I don't know, charities and stuff. Maybe I don't remember. I feel like I've seen videos of him like reaching out to.
They do say that they support our military.
Yeah,
That's like their whole hook is that
right.
they're big into our military, but um I don't have specific examples at the moment, but
Yeah,
they
honestly, me neither. And I'm reading this issue where he fucking strangled his wife with a jujitsu hold. Fuck that.
yeah.
Nothing you do is gonna recover from that. You're a terrible human being, sir, and you should just stop.
Yeah, I mean, beating your wife is more of a cop thing, not a military thing. So they got confused.
Right. Come on, man. You can't even do that right. Get
uh
out of here. Get off the
yeah, get
stage.
the fuck out of here.
Right.
No, I was gonna say they're definitely like fucking posers. I can't remember the exact instances, but throughout the years, I mean, I've seen headlines and shit of them. And while they say that they support the troops, they also like do a lot of shit that shows that they're posers.
Yeah, right.
Um, but yeah, I think I've seen shit in the past about people like coming to their um rescue a little bit, come to their defense, saying that they used to be good, they used to be heavy. Apparently, I don't want to fuck my algorithm up on
Yeah.
Spotify, so I'm not going to
Right.
type their name in
Hit
my
it with that
Spotify account.
VPN and fucking look it up on YouTube or something. Like, you know what I mean?
um, yeah, but so I don't even care about their old albums, but I know them from their rock popular or their radio popularity days,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucking lame. It's like bro
Fun.
music.
Exactly. Yeah. It's literally it's music for the people that we hate to see at the bar. You know what I mean? I get a group of guys that look like Five Finger Death Punch fans into the bar. I'm immediately going to think about when I'm going to cut them off and how I'm going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
you're trying to
just I'm just hyping myself
trying
up
to
for
give
like,
them
okay,
slided service as much as
fucking
possible.
exactly, It's not it's never fun. But I do remember
Yeah.
last year at Louder Than Life when I was there. I didn't get to see it live because I wasn't in their fucking crowd. I'm watching better music, you know what I mean, enjoying my time. But
Yeah.
Ivan Moody did catch a hole on the stage, tripped, fell off, and broke a couple of ribs. So that was great to be at least within the greater area of and be like, haha, fuck that guy. So
Is we probably don't know, but let's see. Are they even still a band? Is he still their singer?
there was a thing a couple like I don't know if it was a couple years like before that or after this like stage incidents, but I know that he was like kicked out of the band or
Yeah.
quit the band because people were
Yeah.
probably really tired of like having to deal with all the shit that he
His
does.
right.
Um and like a month later or something, or if that, it was like, yeah, Ivan Moody's out of the band or something. One of the guitar, I don't remember.
Hmm.
Um, and then yeah, very quickly after that. Okay, here's a little AI thing about it. 2022, so yeah, several years ago. Um, Previously announced his intention to retire from heavy metal in 2022, but walked back those plans and apologized to his fans and bandmates. In October, he had announced that he would retire, spend more time with his kids, and then later retracted it. Let's see this one. Yeah, this was 2025, January. Let's get the full story.
Hmm.
But yeah, he said he was going to quit and then he didn't because he's a big baby. And he was like, I'm going to miss you guys so much. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. They all probably cry
No.
together. And I need a drink for Dave Matthews.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
Yeah,
side quest.
right. I wanted to
I
say
mean,
an
Dave
IPA,
Matthews.
but Dave Matthews, like they're a
No,
what's like a kitschy kind of beer,
I was gonna say it's got to be something goofy.
right? No, they're canned cocktail people. You know what I mean?
No, they drink beer. What do they drink? They drink something. I'm gonna say they drink fucking Michelob Ultra like a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
nerds.
Hold on, Stella, because it's got the fancy gold little,
Yeah, I
little
can see
topper
that.
on it.
So I see Stella for the majority of their crowd, and then
Right.
Michelob Ultra for because we said they're dad rock, so
Yeah.
it's for the dads watching their
That's
calorie intake, dude.
that's really fair. All right. Yeah. Michelob or Stella. Cool. Five Finger, they're drinking straight up Budweiser. Budweiser beer, dude. The red
I
cans.
kids they did drink
No.
Budweiser
Hold on.
until Bud Light came out with the rainbow cans. Then they
Yeah.
got real upset and
Exactly.
they switched. Now they drink Bush Light.
But I was either gonna say Bush Light or natural light, dude. Little
Yeah,
40,
something terrible.
the plastic bottle 40, Milwaukee's Beast, dude.
Gross.
Yeah.
And it, dude, it is. That's a cheap.
They're getting
That's a
done
very
with
cheap
their shift
intoxication.
at the tool and die shop, 10 o'clock. They need to go home to the little two-bedroom with their wife and their dog. Maybe a kid's
Yeah,
involved. I don't know. Hopefully not, because there's probably domestic abuse in this situation. That's very sad. But,
and those people don't need to reproduce.
and yeah, he's getting himself 240s of Milwaukee's best. And they're in plastic
Wow.
bottles because you're too drunk to hold the glass bottle anymore. Like, you can't do it.
Well,
So,
you can't break a plastic bottle to stab your wife with. So
yeah, that's so sad that they had to
Uh,
change that. But
no,
yeah,
I see, doesn't Bush have camo cans?
yes, they do.
I see them
Yeah.
drinking,
And
uh,
during
I
hunting season, they're camo orange. So,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
even better. They're drinking
Yeah.
camo cans of Bush Light,
Yep.
and they're chasing it down with full sugar Monster.
Yeah. Right.
That's what's
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah. Or Mountain Dew, dude.
Yeah, oh, yeah, big Mountain Dew drinkers.
Right. Yeah.
Well
So,
well well, that was fun.
yeah.
Well, what's the worst so what's the worst band? What's the
What the
most
hell do you think I'm gonna say? Fucking
who
Five
sucks
Finger,
the
dude.
most?
Five Finger sucks the most, dude. I would deal with an entire set of all the other bands together in one sitting and never leave if it means I don't have to see Five Finger Death Punch. I'm just saying.
I I agree with you.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Right?
Although I will say I did have more fun. I had more fun talking about what beers go along with each band than I
Yeah.
did talking about each band.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Um,
That's
so
probably
we're
gonna
gonna
be
have to
next week's, right? Fucking little
yeah.
bit. I'm about it. I
Yeah,
like
we'll
it.
see, we'll see. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, that is all the time we got for today.
Yes.
Um, it's been it's been a little interesting, dude. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have been drinking out of my obnoxiously large water bottle instead of my beers.
I'll drink one
But
for you.
we are it is currently 4 p.m. on Tuesday
We never
because
do this.
we never do this. We usually
Right.
do this at 8 or 9 p.m. But but I was having some internet issues yesterday, so I was just straight up unable to record,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And
Oh.
I have football
Uh-huh.
practice in a couple hours, and you have D&D tonight.
I
So
do not have D&D tonight. I have actually something infinitely way more fun in about 3 hours. 2 hours.
okay.
I'm gonna be leaving here to drive up to the intersection for the 4th time this goddamn month
Oh
and
shit! Who you seeing?
see The Sword as the
Oh
headliner.
yeah.
Rickshaw Billy's Burger
Damn.
Patrol and Pink Fuzz, dude. This is the one show. North Lane earlier in September was I've been looking to see them forever. But yeah, The Sword. When I saw that they're doing a 15th anniversary of Warp Riders. So we're
Yeah.
getting a little
Such a good album.
Trace Brujas going on, brother. It's gonna be
Hell yeah.
sick, so we're gonna be checking that out, and that means the Spotify release will be a little bit late. I'm gonna release both of them tomorrow at 9, so Spotify is gonna be uploaded with the YouTube release,
Yeah.
and hopefully I'm going to remember all of our flyers and stickers today. Um,
Hopefully.
yeah, and I'm going to just pass them out like candy. So to anybody new listening to this, what's up? And if you didn't follow this, you can't hear me, but go fuck yourself. This is actually a really cool podcast that me and Ryan are doing, and I hope it gets successful. So, ha, you're a loser.
um. Yeah, I forgot all about that show actually.
Yeah,
And you told me you were like, dude, I told you about this show a couple months ago, and you were
yeah,
like, dude, if you want to go, I got your ticket for it. And
exactly.
unfortunately, I had to turn you down
I
because
know. Yeah,
in a couple
the
weeks,
boss said so.
yeah, I'm limiting my concert intake just for this year. Next
Right.
year we might be back.
All
But
right. Hell yeah.
yeah, I got Lorna Shore in a couple weeks to look forward to, so I had
Nice.
to pass.
Oh,
But
that's
I got
it's
football
all right.
practice anyway, so I don't
Exactly.
want to got to take care of the kids, you know. Don't want to disappoint the kids.
Right. Who's gonna
But
teach them if it's not you, dude? Come on. Make
yeah,
them make them better
I thought you
people.
were going to give me I thought you were going to give me an example of what I was going to teach them, and I couldn't wait to hear
Hard work
you try
ethic,
them. Yep.
sportsmanship,
Yep.
how to have fun even when you lose,
Yep. Yep.
and that's about
Dude,
it.
I'm
So
really good at that.
yeah, got a lot of practice on that.
Yeah, a
Hell
lot of
yeah,
practice on that.
right.
But yeah. Anyways, well, Tyler, have fun at the show.
Definitely
Looking
will.
forward to hearing how that goes
Oh
from
yeah,
you. But um, yeah, follow us on our social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram at the.riff.report. Follow us on YouTube at the Riff Report News. Catch us on Spotify. We typically release new episodes every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Spotify and Wednesday at 9 a.m. on YouTube. Unfortunately, this week we will get both at 9 a.m. Tomorrow.
yeah.
So yeah, for now, stay loud, stay angry, and we will catch you in the pit.